discover calligraphy and the charm of it all. Hello everyone, I am pleased to welcome you to the Tao of Chinese Calligraphy. We have 3 distinguished guests to help us decipher the secret of calligraphy and appreciate the charm of this art. Welcome everyone. We also have 30 calligraphy enthusiasts here with us on the show. Let's have a round of applause to welcome everyone. We invite our contestants to write a message of greeting for our viewers on the show The Tao of Chinese Calligraphy. All the contestants have written their favorite character, Fu, meaning happiness and blessing in the seal official regular running and cursive scripts. This calligraphy work is the inscription on the sweet spring, and it was written by Tang Dynasty calligrapher Jiucheng.
Dating back 1400 years ago, the inscription on the sweet spring in the Jiucheng Palace is one of the best-known examples of a stele inscription in regular script. It is now sitting at the Jiucheng Palace, a scenic area in Shanxi province. The well-known story around it is that, after its completion, the palace suffered from a shortage of water. When he visited the palace, Emperor Taizong of Tang noticed a particularly damp patch of land. When he struck it with a cane, water gushed out from all directions. And so the palace's water supply problem was solved. This made the emperor so happy that he decided to give it a name. He called the water source Sweet Spring. He also ordered one of his men, Wei Zheng, to write a paean commemorating the event, and commissioned the calligrapher Ouyang Shun to inscribe it on a stele.
Then water came out from all.
Father,
Oh?
I heard that His Majesty ordered you to inscribe Lord Wei Zheng's paean about the sweet spring on a stele. Is it true? Everyone is talking about how His Majesty struck the ground with a cane and water came out of the ground. They're saying that it's definitely a good sign for the future prosperity of the great Tang Dynasty. Is that also true, Dad? Father, this is great news for us. Why do you look so worried, Father?
Son, answer this. What script would generally be used for such an inscription?
Regular script. It's always formal and dignified, and most suitable for a solemn stele.
So, here is another question for you. There are many calligraphers who excel at a regular script. Why did His Majesty choose me?
Because you are the best.
My son, Lord Wei Zheng's paean is not just about a good sign. It's not just about the event of the discovery of a spring either. It is a prophecy of our country's coming prosperity. The words inscribed on the stele will still be read hundreds and thousands of years from now. The style of the inscription must reflect the grandeur of the Tang Dynasty. in writing regular script. The focus must be on the overall structure and potential vigor and achieving perfection of balance and form. You must remember that.
It's even and orderly, with no discord in width or length.
Hurried writing leads to a loss of momentum. Too slow, and the strokes will appear very clumsy. These are the principles for writing regular script. That is solemn and rigorous. Then it will speak for the grandeur and prosperity of the golden age of the Tang dynasty.
The inscription on the sweet spring in the Jiucheng Palace comprises about 1,200 characters. It is acclaimed as one of the world's finest examples of regular script. The characters of regular script are square and upright, with a balanced structure. It was the latest of the 5 major scripts of Chinese calligraphy to emerge. It's also the one that most resembles modern Chinese writing. Calligraphy enthusiasts from cities all over China often come here and write their own pieces as a tribute to Chinese calligraphy.
What makes inscription on the sweet spring in the Jiucheng Palace so remarkable, Professor Chu?
The backstory is the discovery of a spring by the Emperor Taizong of Tang. No other but the emperor himself. This was very significant. It was seen as an auspicious sign at the time when the new dynasty had been established. The emperor gave it the poetic name Sweet Spring.
This was the first recorded use of Li in this way, Li meaning sweet.
Yes, it's a very auspicious character. Regular script was already well developed by Ouyang Jun's time. Generations of calligraphers before him had practiced regular script. This included brushwork preparation. This preparation was to create a solid foundation for it to mature in the Tang dynasty. Character structure, aesthetic taste, and the writing experience. Perfection. But regular script still lacked something. We couldn't put a finger on it. Supreme exquisiteness. As a piece of writing about the emperor, inscription on the sweet spring needed to be dignified, solemn, and meticulously executed. You won't find such precision in structure and strokes in any later works of regular script. Let's take a closer look. Here are 6 versions of the character Gong, meaning palace, taken from the inscription on the sweet spring. If you examine the 6 characters carefully, you'll see that no 2 characters are the same in their details. This character has 5 horizontal strokes. The first is at the top, and the others at the bottom. The second character is written quite differently from the first. The relationship between the 5 horizontal strokes has changed, for example, in the distance between the first and second horizontal strokes. What does this mean? It reflects a key principle of Chinese aesthetics: the pursuit of the subtlest variations within a uniform framework.
This paean describes Emperor Taizong of the Tang as someone who not only conquered territory, but also embraced cultural virtue and cared for his people. In a very concise and clear way, this paean explains the emperor's main principles of rule, from his early successful military campaigns to his final ascension to the throne. Describing the newly discovered sweet spring, the paean reads, "This spring water freshens up the spirit and washes away the filth of the nation." It is very well and creatively written. All in all, it's an excellent piece of writing. If you stand before the inscribed stele, you really sense the historical importance of this great inscription and its uniquely excellent charm. Unfortunately, the inscription on the sweet spring in the Jiucheng Palace was badly damaged from excessive rubbing, which can sometimes go unnoticed if not observed closely enough.
It is one of history's great regrets. It's even more valuable because of that regret.
Yes, it is a pity. This is why we try at all costs to preserve historic relics like this one.
Yes. Professor Meng, we all know that you're an expert on Tang history. I wonder how you feel when you see this piece of calligraphy and know about this cultural relic.
It's a legacy created by three important historical figures. The first is Emperor Taizong, a great ruler. The second is Wei Chung, author of the paean. Emperor Taizong was a wise ruler, and Wei Chung was the most famous outspoken politician in Chinese history. So it was an era of righteousness led by a wise emperor and his honest right-hand man. The third is Ouyang Zhun. As a cultural icon, he was an influencer of his day before we knew what influencers were. The characters on Tang Dynasty coins were written by Ouyang Zhun himself. Internationally, whenever representatives from Goryeo visited Chang'an, they didn't only discuss diplomatic affairs, but also asked for pieces of Ouyang Zhun's calligraphy.
A long journey to get his work.
Exactly. Ouyang Zhun wrote the most delightful characters. His calligraphy was a beauty and power that transcends time and space. His work has been well received worldwide.
This inscription has over 1,000 characters. Every one of them is remarkable and fascinating. Now, we'll invite 2 lucky contestants to join us and take our quiz in this round. Let's start with this lady in the front row.
My name is Jiucheng. I teach calligraphy at an international school.
Of these Chinese characters, which one was written by Master Ouyang Zhun? You can start.
I think it's the first one. The hook strokes in the inscription on the sweet spring are unique. The tails generally finish in the upper right. This is easy to recognize.
Okay, is her first answer correct? Let's see the right answer. It's option 1. You're right. Congratulations. Time for the next question. This is part of the Chinese character yu, meaning even, from the inscription on the sweet spring, but it's missing 1 stroke. Please identify the missing stroke from the following options to complete the character. You may begin.
I'll go with option 3, because the hook is very special.
Okay, everyone. Is her second answer correct? Let's find out. The answer is option 3. You got it right. Congratulations. Question 3. These 9 pictures show parts of 9 characters. Please choose 3 of them to make the character De from the inscription on the sweet spring in the Jiucheng Palace. You may begin.
The first one is the first option. And then the 8th option. And the last one is the 5th.
So your answer is options 1, 8, and 5. Let's find out what the correct answer is in this round. The correct answer is options 1, 8, and 5. Congratulations, great!
Oh, thank you.
That question was quite difficult. On the stele, the inscribed words are white on a black background. Turning the white strokes to black on screen can throw anyone off and turn it into a distraction, so we need to rely on our understanding of the font structure and precise strokes. The contestant remembered an important feature of Ouyang Zhun's calligraphy, back-to-back structure. This means that the left and right parts of a character lean towards each other, back to back, creating a tall and upright look. In this case, the vertical stroke should be slightly curved if it's too straight, or bends to the left. The Chinese character will lose its upright look. She paid attention to this detail and grasped the feature well.
Miss Jin, as a calligraphy teacher at an international school, answered all 3 questions correctly. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
What do the foreign children in your class think of Chinese calligraphy when they learn it?
My former students still write the character Fu during a spring festival with their family and friends, even after returning to their home countries. By learning Chinese calligraphy, they become excellent cultural ambassadors, who are introducing the world to China's very rich cultural heritage.
Indeed, writing brushes also seem to be a link that successfully connects us to more and more friends in different countries. Up next, we'll invite this gentleman. Please tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yin Min. I'm a civil servant. It's a great pleasure for me to be here on the show with all of you.
Now we've got 3 similar questions for you in this round. Get ready. In the following pictures, which is the character Cheng as written by Ouyang Jun in regular script?
This question is fairly straightforward. The answer is the third one. It's from Inscription on the Sweet Spring in the Jiucheng Palace.
Is that the correct answer? Let's see. Yes, it is. Congratulations. Now the next question. This character, Jing meaning of, is also taken from the Inscription on Sweet Spring, but one stroke is missing. Please choose the missing stroke from the following options on screen to complete it. You may begin.
I think it's option 2.
That is also correct. Congratulations. Now question 3. These 9 pictures show different parts of 9 characters. Please pick 3 of them so that they can form the character Lin, meaning come, in this inscription. You may start.
The left part is option 4. On the right, the upper part is option 2, while the lower part is option 6.
Let's see the correct answer. Exactly! It's options 4, 2, and 6. Congratulations! Next, we'll invite all 30 contestants to copy this masterpiece of calligraphy. There are many tips for writing regular script, such as a dot should be like a falling rock and a horizontal stroke should resemble clouds stretching for 1,000 miles. How should we apply them in practice?
Write the horizontal stroke evenly and keep the distance between the 2 horizontal strokes consistent.
You need to lay the foundation first. You must learn to walk before you can run.
Exactly. The inscription on the Sweet Spring in the Jiucheng Palace is a model of regular script. It's standardized, consistent, and imitable. Perfect textbook material for calligraphy beginners to study and copy from.
Our contestants have finished writing. Let's take a look.
You've been watching the Tao of Chinese Calligraphy, a show dedicated to showcasing masterpieces from the history of Chinese calligraphy. Join us again next time.